Today is March the 16th. I'm off next weekend for a weekend holidays, and I could be doing with getting something done in this house here. And I haven't got a clue what to do. I'm stuck. I am stuck. Um, Problem with that pipe. The problem I'm having, instead of things costing hundreds, everything's costing thousands. I priced 20 steel fence posts for my front garden on Thursday. £1,000 for the post, and that's not cementing them in. That's not building the fence. That's the posts themselves. I priced the perspex to change the perspex in the shed. I want to update this shed. I want this shed to be part of the garden. So a wee sun lounge and all in there in the dry, and then doors and all were coming away to open it all up. The idea was to put plastic decking along the whole lot. It's about £30 for one plank of plastic decking. And one of the neighbours who works in the place, he advised me not to get it because it's still slippy after a year. I thought it wouldn't be slippy. So I'm looking out doing wooden decking in that half there, the bits under the canopy. The perspex, £108 a sheet, 21 feet off the perspex. And then you still got your fixings and all that as well. This big wooden beam, I want that beam away. So I need a couple of metal brackets made. I have one metal bracket. I need another two made. Well, they're probably £50 each to get somebody to make them. People just make it up. They just add a zero onto everything as far as I can see. If I asked the plumber to come in and do that there, that'll probably be £3,000 like. He just charge what he wants. So I'm looking at the idea of boxing around it. I wanted a pop-up TV. I want an electric TV to go up and down. Because I want the projector to go at night time. I don't want it. I want when I make my bed's going to be higher than this. And look at that weather out there today. Like, I was up on the roof. I have a pile of wood out there, belonging to sister's old decking, stored on top of the roof. I was bringing it down today to take a look at it, just see what wood I have, because some of that deck could be used for stud walls in the shed itself. Actually, the rain's pushing on now. Like, I lifted up the wooden floor in here because I need to see where the pipes are. So there's the radiators there. Pipes of the radiators are coming down here, so I could dig that floor on up here now and bring the pipes to the new radiator down here. My nephew's got a heat pump put in, and the thing about a heat pump, what I've learned recently, I've got what do you call them, oil burners, supposed to be efficient, but they're only efficient when you run them. It's a bit like having a car, a wee small engine, economical engine. If you're putting down the gears and thrashing up a hull, you're not going to drink the fuel. So these oil burners, if you run them at a low temperature, they work better. Condensing boiler. If you can run at a lower temperature, they work better. The nephew's heat pump, it runs at a low temperature. There's no choice. It doesn't run at a high temperature. But my nephew's house was roasting, so the radiators are bigger. And you touch the radiators, it's just warm. There's no chance of ever getting scalded on them radiators. But the radiators are bigger. And I'm thinking, by putting in bigger radiators and setting the set point of the temperature on an ordinary oil burner, you're going to save a ton of oil. The only disadvantage with it is pumping the water around. So I might take the pump out and put an aerating pump in it. You're pumping the water longer compared to scalding water. But I don't know. So I'm looking at this here now. If I was to build a wall here now, where that red line is, I can turn that valve around. I'm not losing that much space, you know. I can just box it in with a nice wee shelf and all, you know. And then I'll put the radiator on this wall. I'm looking for the biggest radiator. Another problem I'm having, nothing's available. Big radiator. I wrote down the details and all on Screwfix. 500 by 1800, £209. I found a bigger one then, 600 by 1800, 600 deep. So I want a big, enormous double radiator. The whole idea of this room originally, when I lost my job a couple of years ago, I moved into the spare bedroom to save heat, so it'd heat the one room. You get old, you want to be warm and cozy. It's not to say the rest of the house to be freezing, but you want to be really warm. I want this room really warm. So if I can't afford the oil when I get older, I'll turn all the radiators off the house this one will be on. Oil burner's there. Shower will be there. I'll be snug as a bug in here, so will. And by running at a low temperature, piles of heat. So I want this radiator well over large, like for this room. So double radiator, basically a double radiator the full length of that, which maybe 20 centimeters shorter. If this height goes up to here, radiator by so much. But I'm thinking now, can I get the pop-up TV in there? The gap between the bed and this here, that's the radiator will come out. So the wall will be here. The radiator will come out, double radiator. That's the passageway. When that radiator over there comes off, the bed will go further back. So if I can, so that's the radiator. If I make this wall out to here instead, this once the radiator comes on out, the space will be the same because the bed itself is going back. But that might leave room for me for a pop-up TV. I'm looking at Amazon. There's nothing showing a TV on it. When the TV's down, how close is it to the floor? When the TV up, what's the maximum height? There's a lot. Unless you get the mechanism and actually bolt it to the floor. Next thing is then, what way is that pipe running? If I drill bolts in there to hold a TV lift, am I going to punch through the pipe? All these pipes can come away. If I run the water to the shower, they can run along the bottom. They don't have to be high up. And the TV, well, the flap are left up for the TV, so there's no reason why any gap each side. It can have a wee flap lifting up a wee bit of storage, or there might be a bit of damp. But I also want when the projector screen comes down to go behind. Whatever height this is at, the screen needs to go behind. Stops all the drafts and all. And you don't want your screen moving. The screen you want the screen coming down. In my old room, the screen came down right behind the radiator. And then if somebody slams the door or something, the wind's not going to blow it. Keeps it nice and still. But I'm stuck. I'm not getting nowhere. The rain's pushing and I really can't really get any job done. I was going to do the shed, but there's a lot of 2x4 timber in the shed that I'll be using to build this stud wall. So if I can go on ahead and get this stud wall built, that'll free up some of the shed. I can't get moving. I was looking here for the wall going here. 600 millimeters out from here, there'll be a stud wall built. And that'll be my wardrobe then and there. I've made 27 inches total. 27 inches for the door, but the door frame will be inside that 27 inches. So once the door is in place, it's slightly narrower. Once the door frame is in place. But this is 3D, this bit now. So this, you know, a hard thing when you get to this stage here, it's why hard getting anything square. When the previous one was knocked down, this bit of wall here, they only knocked down this section, I knocked that down. They put self-leveling floor compound because when they build the house, the floors end up different heights. There's radiator pipes over there. I don't know where they've run the pipes. I could drill holes, drill into a pipe. I lengthened this for the washing machine, but there's the original pipe in there. So the chances is that them pipes run straight up the middle of that floor. I don't know. That's where they go into the floor. Now if I can get this wall knocked down and move this wall back, the pipes then can be inside the wall. Because I've been running pipes. I was hoping to put the shower outside that back door. But again, I can't get the paneling. £350 for a panel. And it's lying on dirt, so it is over in Fleming's. It's lying on the ground. I want a nice new panel. You peel the plastic off. They are new panels, but I don't like the way they're stored. £350 for a panel. And I still have to build the thing. So for me to build my shower out there, I'll take that concrete away underneath. And I'll take this fence away. One panel will run down there. One panel will run out here, and the other panel will run across. And the sun inside this will be alcove. And it's just big enough to go and have a shower. Like that's what you want. It's a pretty big shower. And I'll just tile the floor down in a hill into a long drain to take the water away. So I was looking at the insulated panels, but and then I haven't 100% worked out what the roof's going to be. But the whole idea is keeping the steam outside the house. I'll put the glass back into that door there. Now, if it cost me £500 to build it, that'd be alright, but at £350 I want a nice clean piece. Because the surface on the tin is the surface you have inside. You don't paint it. That is the finished surface. So I'm getting stuck, and then I was thinking then, I'd like a wee bit of desk here for my laptop when I do my YouTube videos. I want a wee mini kitchen in here. See, there's a lot of wants for the space. And that's why I say this part here is 3-dimensional. I've done 3-dimensional before in my old house. So I can do 3-dimensional. It's way hard to describe until you... It's, what I mean by 3-dimensional, there'd be like a wee small kitchen unit here. This bit of the desk here will sit out maybe 1.5 feet. I haven't drawn it exactly. But then the walk-in wardrobe, you have clothes hanging down here, and you have some shelves at the back. So it'll be a wee L shape. You know, this thing here will be a wee L shape. And you sort of cramming everything in together. But say it's way hard to get anything square in a room like this. There's no straight walls now. You have nothing to go by. So sometimes you go by the floor tiles, but they can't be right all the time either. And sometimes it's just difficult. You know, the skirting board's off. It's way hard to actually, when I go to build this wall, best thing I can do is to run a piece of timber from one end to the other. Go up the top where spirit level, one end to the other. Even though you might be cutting it away, it gets sort of things, even if it's not square, it gets everything lined up like. I say the rain's pushing now. That bed will be a lot higher. I'm not using that bed. I built my own bed. It's going to be a lot higher, and that's going to change how everything feels as well when the bed's higher. I don't know. I'm getting stuck. Nothing's happening today. I could be doing now ordering wood and all now, so it's here in time for my holidays. I said I fancy doing the decking out there, getting that place tidied up, but the roof, I want to rebuild the roof from the last 12 feet. That big wooden beam cuts light out from the kitchen. I want that beam away, and that means putting in more supports. I want that whole wall open. Nice wee decking, and I might even put sliding doors on there. So a day like today when it's lashing the rain, you can slide the doors closed, and the rest of the time my washing's up, have them lying open. Now second hand ones would do for there. Let's get them. Let's get them like. Hate being stuck.